Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Bald Metal Nerd coming at you with another video, and this is going to be way outside the usual wheelhouse of what I talk about. I just thought it'd be a little bit of fun to talk about this. I'm going to be talking about, some PC stuff in this video. I decided to utilize some space in my room here because, I recently had to get everything out of this room because there was a flood, and I'm putting stuff back into the room. And there's some unused space basically between the speaker and the door, right? Now, the door opens most of the way. I know, it's funny, right? I mean, but that's still plenty of room to get in and out of the room and even get stuff in and out of the room. So, I know it's a little bit cramped, but this will do until I eventually get the money to add another room in my basement. It'll probably be a few years before I'm there, so this will probably be the situation for a while. But I know I'll eventually get there. But for the time being, this is going to basically be... You're probably asking yourself, why in the hell would you have a second desk here with computer stuff on it when you have that other desk that has the 3 monitors on it that, you've obviously seen in other videos, of course. My most recent one being the ones about the graphic equalizer. Why do you have this set up here? Why do you even need it? Well, that is a great question and worth asking. Basically, what I've got here, obviously, the reason this is significant is because it's Windows 7. It also, I have it set up to dual boot with Windows XP. And the reason, of course, for that is to utilize software that doesn't run entirely correctly in Windows 10. A lot of stuff just is not designed, for the newer operating systems, like Windows 8 and 10. Some stuff just doesn't work. And, of course, those things being games, let's be honest, it's not anything else. And I've tried some virtual PC stuff, and it just doesn't work as well as real hardware. So, basically, this computer here is just for my own use. It's got a decent set of PC speakers hooked up to it. There's some Altec Lansing. I'm not going to demonstrate them or anything, but they're certainly, pretty good, actually, for the price. I think I paid like 30 or 40 bucks for them, and honestly, for that price, the sound they output is pretty damn good. And if I so get the urge, there's a headphone jack that you can utilize, and of course, behind the monitor, I keep my Harman Kardons. So, if I want to use headphones, beep, easy access, right? So that's basically this setup here. Now, you look at this here, you're probably thinking to yourself, whoa, why do you have that second monitor up on your speaker? Well, this computer is actually not mine. This computer belongs to a really good family friend that I am doing some work to her computer pro bono. I'm not charging her for it. Just because she does us a lot of favors, we're doing her, etc., etc. She's a real nice person. She does favors for us, so I don't really mind doing some favors for her. And this right here is honestly why some people just should not have Windows, right? I mean, this is what happens when you turn her machine on. Obviously, this is a Windows XP, and it's just, God only knows what she has installed on here. I've already backed up her data. I'm going to be... Sorry for that interruption, guys, but I had a pretty important call come in. Anyway, it's funny that this popped back up on the screen while I had the video paused, or stopped, rather. We've got... activation required, and this, again, it's a Norton thing. This is why, this is what happens to people who aren't tech savvy when they get these machines. The manufacturers load them up with junkware, trialware, and they run like fucking shit. I mean, and it's, it shouldn't be a person's job to really know this stuff. That's why, the Microsoft Signature PCs, holy shit, if they just sold those instead of, this is just something loaded down with this crapware, this would be a lot less of a problem. So anyway, this is her machine there. Now I'll just show off physically what I got here. This device here is obviously a wireless adapter for her to connect it's a desktop to connect to Wi-Fi. I'm having a little bit of issues. I want to put Linux on this machine, and I am having some issues trying to figure out how the hell to get this thing to work in Linux. I'll figure it out, you know, hopefully today. If not, worst case scenario, I will just reinstall Windows on here, give her a nice clean Windows install if I can't get this to work in Linux. That's the worst case, but I'm hoping I can Linux this thing up. So anyway, this belongs to her, and this mouse here obviously is just the mouse pointer hooked up to her machine. I wouldn't leave it sitting on my desk. But the cool thing about this desk is it actually has slide out door there with a mouse and keyboard, and of course I can open, you know, so you can very easily use the mouse and keyboard at this desk. So that is a nice design touch that I really like on this desk. Now I'll just show you how I have this set up, and this can be an idea for anybody who fixes computers on the side like I do. And of course, my primary employment is employment. You know, I would never rely on this for income because honestly the industry just isn't big enough. There's the rag I used to clean up the dust. That's funny. Anyway, this is her machine, right? And the reason it looks like this is she had a house guest with her for a while who really screwed up the power button on her machine. This is an HP Pavilion something. It's an older one, obviously, with XP on it. The button, it was like her brother or cousin or something. And he just totally fucked it up. I mean, you couldn't even turn the machine off and on with the button. So I, of course, popped the front off. You know, I tried to kind of reassemble it correctly. I was having trouble, and then she said the magic words to me. She said, "I really don't care what the computer looks like as long as I can use it." So all I said to her, I was like, if you don't mind reaching for this power button, you know, obviously, here, I'm just going to shut the machine off. And there we go. It's perfectly functional, even without the cover on it. So she doesn't care what it looks like, so that is A-okay with me. In here, I've got... There's the subwoofer to my desktop speakers, and I know it's not going to have the best sound having the subwoofer in here, but honestly, again, the sound is going to be adequate. Back here, and it's pretty dark, so you may not even be able to see this. You're not going to be able to see much in the video. I've got a nice, big surge protector back there with 11 ports on it. You know, it's an APC, so it's a fairly good one. And yeah, so I can plug in any devices that I need to. It's going to have power, yada yada. And right here on this side is, of course, my PC that I use that has 7 and XP on it, you know, to allow me to utilize all the games that aren't going to work in Windows 10. So anyway, this is just my setup that I have for this type of thing. It's kind of a dual use. My PC for, quote, vintage games, and, you know, my, quote, side business, even though this one's free, it doesn't matter, it's the same concept, you know, fixing somebody's machine. So you really can, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. So that's basically it. Like I said, I know this is way outside my usual wheelhouse of what I talk about, but I just thought it'd be a little bit of fun to make this video. If you did like what you see, as always, please thumbs up, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.